In the alien world of Xenozoic, there are many notable differences between this world and our own. While we have more passive fauna, such as hippopotamuses and income tax, Xenozoic has more aggressive creatures, such as rats that have evolved to bounce around in a diagonal position that is extremely annoying to hunt, crabs with projectile-based STDs, or the genetic participation awards of the world, the natives, which would be more beneficial to the world if hunted for sport. Additionally, most disagreements with any humanoids can be resolved quickly. Let's say that the Pope and the leader of the Caliphate disagreed on whether or not Coke Vanilla is superior to the original Coca-Cola, while we would use propaganda, interviews, and televised debate in an attempt to get some inkling of the truth. Think instead that the two religious figures resolve their dispute by repeatedly bashing each other's knees into the other's teeth until one stops moving. This is the world a player enters when he boots up Zeno Clash. Zeno Clash is a Source Engine first-person brawler by the Chilean studio Ace team. It starts with Ghat, who is going through a rebellious phase with his mother, who he blows up with an explosive after she presumably takes away his Xbox. This action promptly pisses off all 15 of your sisters and brothers, who spend the rest of the game hunting you down in an attempt to see how many times a person can experience unbearable amounts of screen shake before experiencing nausea-induced anaphylactic shock. The only exception is a lady named Deadra, who sticks by you for the vast majority of the story, helping you out and convincing the more reasonable monsters in this world to not tear Ghat's head off for entering their line of sight. Xenoclash's main focus is its unique fighting mechanics. Its slightly janky but satisfying and detailed combat system is its lifeline. The fighting is broken up over the game with other mechanics so the game doesn't feel too tedious. Every punch and kick is satisfying to land, especially when you send that one guy who keeps blocking your attacks into the stratosphere with a punch that took 3 whole seconds to wind up. Put simply, in a game with an unmodified version of the Source Engine where you and your beehive-haired girlfriend individually fistfight extras from a Chinese Mad Max ripoff with your bare fists in a world that looks like it was randomly generated with nothing but prompts taken from the landscape of Spore the video game, then ragdoll physics are not an addition, they're a requirement. Xenoclash has an interesting story and knows how to build things up in a short amount of time. It utilizes a lot of different mechanics in a short period, and its voice acting and character designs are pretty damn good. It almost feels like a more wild version of Half-Life, with the world of Xenozoic being a fresh new experience that you kind of feel like you're missing out on enjoying because of the story. Xenoclash is bold and unique despite being incredibly rough around the edges. Its writing is pretty damn good for what it is, but it feels a little undercooked and undersized. The game ends on a cliffhanger that thankfully is answered by its sequel. I would recommend buying this game, it's cheaper than a coffee and easy to get into. The hardest and most egregious aspect of Xenoclash is that nobody knows it exists. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon enough.